Right, my name is Ashley Souter and I am an investigator for Stoke Haunted and I'm 20 years old.
And what made you want to become an investigator?
I think it fascinates me, all the idea of the paranormal. I mean, because as everybody else, you come across it, you stumble across it, you can't miss it. It's in the internet, it's all over the television. And it makes you think, I want to look at that and I want to look into it more. Is there any truth in it? So I've joined this group to try, just like everybody else, to find the truth.
Okay. And so what was your first experience, if you had an experience, of what might be the paranormal?
That's a hard question for me to answer, because I went looking for investigations to go on, and I looked, to me it was the wrong option, which was the public companies that charge you to go on investigations. So I thought to myself, is this really paranormal what I'm experiencing, or do they stage things because they want your money and they want your custom and they want you to go back? So that's why I thought, I've had enough of this. I want to go to a private group where you're in a team, everybody trusts each other, what happens happens. And for me, on the first investigation with Stoke Haunted, I looked and I just knew straight away it was how professional it was. When we was on the spirit board, on the table with the glass, and then we had things, personal messages that couldn't be explained. Me and my girlfriend Hayley, we was on the glass, we rotated it within the group, and like I say, you can't explain it. There's no, I don't know, nothing else to say.
Is it, before joining the groups, whether it was public or private, have you thought that you've had an experience that would pique your interest and make you want to search further?
To be honest, when I walk my dogs, or I used to walk my dogs in the park, I always used it in the same spot, as if somebody was sat on the bench watching you all the time. The dogs would go mad where you was, and you just get goosebumps all over you. And you used to think, well, how come that happens every time I walk past the same place at the same time at night? And that's the only real experience I've ever had. I've never seen anything. I wish, like everybody else, I could see something. If I do, it will just spark my interest even further.
Okay, we have a question from somebody from the public,
yeah.
If you can. We have Karen Jones has asked, what experience would you have to make you believe that there is that there's an afterlife?
I think, for me personally, I would have to see a deceased family member clear as day for me to think that's it. I think if I saw something and it was for more than 3 or 4 seconds, I know it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. And I think that would definitely spin it for me as well.
Okay. And finally, just a general question that was given to us is, if you were a ghost for a day, or a spirit for the day, what would you do and why? If I'd passed, and I knew I'd passed, I would come back to reassure my family that I was okay in any way I could. I would obviously try and go through a medium if there was one nearby, which would be very unlikely, I know, but I'd do anything I could to come back and reassure my family that I was at peace and I was okay, and don't be upset, just celebrate my life. Like I said, that's all I do for the day. If it didn't work out, then at least I've tried.